Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tom and this is Tom's Toys 95. Welcome back to another week in the life of a part-time eBay reseller. As I mentioned, my name's Tom and I sell things on the internet, on eBay. I buy things from car boots, charity shops, Facebook Marketplace, friends and family, and I like to sell them online with the intention to make a profit and make as much money as I can. Now I do have a full-time job, so this is just a bit of a side hustle and just to try and earn some extra money. So I try to make around about £100 profit per week just to go on top of my full-time wages. So whilst I do sell a fair amount of stuff and I like to list as much as I can in the weeks and buy as much as I can, you won't see massive amounts of sales or massive numbers. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So this is usually the part of the video where I will go over all of the weekend sales, but I'm currently at work. It's Monday and I'm going to go home and go through those when I get back, but I am staying behind after work today to try and photograph and get a few things listed. So I probably won't list all these tonight, but I am photographing these items and I'm going to list them throughout the week. Those items will be stored on my phone and I can list them as and when. So these items were bought previously from Car Boots. You probably would have seen them in my videos, and I've had them for quite a long time, and they are just items that have taken a little bit of time or research or effort to test them, etc., and I just haven't got around to doing it. So it's getting close to Christmas and I just want to get these listed. They are quite high value items, so I'm going to swivel the camera around and I'm going to show you what they are and tell you a little bit about them, how much I paid for them and how much I think they're worth, and then I'm going to try and get those listed, and then when I get back home I'm going to go through everything that's sold this weekend. So then the first item is this Millenium coin book. So I've got this from the car boot and it was a random price of £16. So the man had it for 20 and I offered 16. He said that was a bit of a random price, and it probably was. But I figured, he'd probably go 15, I'd go 17, 50, something like that. So I just thought I'll cut the heading out and go straight in at 16 and offer that he might accept, and he did. So £16 for the whole folder. So let's check out what's in it. So we have this British Presidency of Europe 1992 50 pence. Now, I used to collect coins. I mainly collected the modern coins, so I don't really know too much about the older ones or stamps or anything like that. So there's a lot of stuff in here that's going to require a bit of research. But on the whole, I paid roughly £1.50 to £2 per item. There's at least like 8 to 12 different things in here. So I'm going to try and sell all these individually. And on the whole, they are worth between £5 and maybe £15 each. So there's some good stuff in here. So this 50p is from 1992, so that could be worth quite a bit of money. I reckon about £10 to £12 for that one. Got some stamps here. So not all of these are worth everything. I don't know exact prices, so I'm not going to try and tell you, but yeah, at least £5 to £10 each, I'm sure. Got a Henry VIII one there. Great Britain Millennium £5 coin. That one's cool. Some of them are from different countries as well. So that's another £5 coin. Total Eclipse. This one is the first man on the moon. And that one is from the Isle of Man. Another Great Britain one. This one is another one crown. This one. Then you've got £2 coin. Everyone's seen this one. This one is the technology £2 coin, just a standard £2 you get in your change. This one is $5 from Australia, Sydney 2000. And then we have this random celebration sort of coin. So this isn't of monetary value. This is just like a completion medal. And that is just some information, promotional items. So yeah, so I reckon at least 60 to 70 quid for the whole folder, maybe more. So I'm really looking forward to getting all of those listed. So I'm going to photograph those now. Now, I've already tested these. Part of the reason that I haven't listed these already is because they do take a little while to test, and it's one of those things where it's a bit of a stress to go through and dedicate quite a bit of time to testing everything. So I didn't fancy doing that when I first bought them, so I thought I finally got around to doing it. And only one or two actually work. One made a noise, two of them actually spoke, and the others just don't work at all. So these are going to be listed as sort of spares and repairs. But they are a big bag of vintage Furbys. I believe there's 9 in total. So these are from Tiger, from 1999. So these are all originals. So this is the only one that actually properly worked, but some of them have got the tags on. And some of them are still new. So some of them even have the labels. So this one, for example, So on the whole, these are worth about £30 each if they're working. Now, obviously, they're not working, so I could probably list them for around 20 to 25. Now, I paid £40 for the whole bag, so I'm really pleased with what I paid. So each one only owes me about £4 to £5, so I reckon I could easily quadruple my money on this whole bag. So if I can list all these at say £20 each, there's easily 180 to £200 worth of Furbys in here. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to get those done. And the last thing I'm going to photograph and list is this random Jessie doll from Furbys. I did think that I had this listed. It's been in my listed box for a while, and then I looked at it the other week, and it hasn't sold. And I kind of looked for it, and it wasn't on the eBay store. So I'm sure I remember photographing and listing it. In fact, I even found the photos on my phone from last summer. So I don't know why this hasn't been listed at any point. But yeah, I'm just going to get this back up online because obviously it's not going to sell if it's not listed. So all those coins, all the Furbies and the toy, and then I'm going to shoot home. But I'm going to photograph all these now. So I might give you a quick demo. So I did actually get a comment last week on what my photograph setup is like. So essentially, this is my setup. It's just a white work desk, and it's really good background for all of my items. I can just place the item on the desk, and it's easy to crop out on eBay. They have that tool where you can remove the background, and they like it to be white. And the good thing is if they can't crop the background out, at least the background is white. So this is where I mainly list all my items. I do try to photograph at home sometimes. Now I have like a marble effect in the kitchen, like a work surface that I use, and that is good. But at the same time, sometimes if it can't remove the background, you get like weird bits that it cuts out because of the marble effect. So I prefer listing at work. In my garage, the lighting's not good enough. In time, if I upgrade my light in my garage, then I'll be able to clear a space on my desk and list it in the garage. But at the moment, I list either at work or at home on my kitchen counter. Right then, guys, it's Tuesday morning. I'm picking my orders from the weekend, and it's time to get straight into it because I'm going to be late for work otherwise. So I've got about 9 or 10 orders to go and pick. So the first one is actually the latest order I've made, but I've just picked it out from my room. So it's actually in my house, not my garage. And that is It, the movie. These are pop pins, and it is like a special edition horror pin badge of Pennywise. I bought these last week. These are only £4.99, and I got 10 of them. And this has sold for $19.25. So let's see what else. Let's go back to the bottom now. So we've got a video game, which is actually just here, actually. So Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex on the Nintendo GameCube. So that was, I believe, about £4 to £5 in a bundle of video games. And that sold for £13.50. So I bought this not too long ago. I got a big bundle of games. It was the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo GameCube pickups. The next, I believe this one's a bit of a fail. I think I paid £8 for CEX, and I took an offer for £10.50 plus postage. I don't think it was worth as much as I was hoping it was, and that is Battlefield Bad Company Gold Edition on the 360. So it's a really nice looking steelbook. It's complete. It's got the poster in there as well. So you've got the manual there, and it does come with the poster. Now on the PS3, this is like a £15 to £20 steelbook. Xbox, obviously it's not worth as much, so I saw it and thought it might be worth something, but it wasn't worth any more than what I paid. And next, I've got some Marvel figures. There's a set of 3, so I'm going to go grab those. So these figures were £1 each from the car boot, and they have gone for a tenner plus postage, so not a great deal of profit. They are quite sturdy figures, quite sturdy figures, quite sturdy figures. However, the Doctor Strange one here, his hand has come off. It does clip back in, but it just falls back out again, so it needs a bit of glue tackles and glue. And then we have Deadpool as well. Up next, we've got a nice cheap and quick and easy one. So that is Pro Evolution Soccer 14 on the PlayStation 3. I thought I needed this for my collection. Turns out I didn't, and it was only worth like £1.50, so I sold that for £3 plus postage. Up next, I've sold a couple of these so far. I paid £10 each from JD in the clearance, and they are Wales football shirts. So this one is a replica of the 1984 men's home shirt, and it's a size medium, so I'm going to grab that now. And that is this one here. So this has gone for 20 quid. Double my money after the fees, get about £17. A lot of people have been sending offers in the past for about 18 quid, so that seems to be about 18 to 20 seems to be the max I'll get for these. But for a tenner, I thought it was a good gamble. I picked up about 30, I think, or 25 of them. I think I spent £250 on different sizes, and there's 2 different designs. Right, so I found the 2 items. This is a Brun and Stengade shirt, and I picked this up in a bundle for free from my girlfriend's friend, and she bought them to resell herself, and she just didn't have time, and she was moving house, didn't have a chance to take all the stuff with her. So I said that I'd had them and I've been selling them through. So this one's gone for £7.50. And the last thing is this pretty ugly, demented, like fake Furby, I think. So this came in a Furby bundle that I picked up. I've actually just started listing them this week. And I bought this probably in May time and it's been listed since. So that sold for £5. I'm only going to put it down as like a quid because it just was thrown in the bundle. So not bad on that one. And that is everything that's sold. I'm going to go get these wrapped at work and then post them on my lunch break, so I'll catch you later. So today is Wednesday. We've only sold 1 item. I have my Nintendo console to return, as they've sent me a tracking label. They're going to replace it. So I'm going to take that to the post office. So while I'm going, I might as well take the only item that I sold, which is a steelbook. And it is WE, I think, 2K19. So nice steelbook. There's no game inside. It's just steelbook. And that's gone for £5.50, I believe, something like that, or £5.69. So yeah, not bad. I bought a bundle of steelbooks last year. They owe me about £3.80 each, and this is one of them. Unfortunately, it's not gone for a lot of money. I thought it'd go for a little bit more, but £5.69, I'll take it. Good morning, it's now Thursday and I have a networking event this morning, so I'm going to keep this quite short because I need to shoot off. However, I've only sold the 4 items, 3 of them are quite small, so I'm just going to quickly fly over them, so I do apologise if it's a short segment. But up first, I took an offer on this Puma watch, so this cost me about a tenner from the watch bundle last year, and this has gone for £45 on an offer, so it's up for £52.99, and I believe it was Ian kindly sent me an offer, so I'm happy to take that. £35 profit after fees, probably get about £27, so happy with that. Up next from the watch bundle as well, this owes me about £1. This is a Kenneth Cole leather watch strap. I believe this has gone for £13.45. I either listed them for £11.45 or £13.45 depending on the style of the strap, so it's one or the other, but that only cost me £1, so probably about a tenner profit on that as well. Then these are really cheap. These cost me 90p from Morrison's in the sale after Christmas last year, and these are PlayStation decals. Got about, I think, 12 or 15 of these, and unfortunately this is the very first one I've sold. I've had it about 9 months and they've only been listed for £3.50. I thought they'd sell for a bit more than that, but they are PlayStation stickers, so you can put them on your console or anywhere, you know, TV, whatever. Obviously on the thing, people have put them on their console. They are just PlayStation branded, so you got like some controllers and some symbols and stuff on there, so they're pretty cool. So for £3.50, that's a cool little item. Unfortunately though, not really much profit on it, and they've been a bit of a flop. So if I paid 90p for like 15 of them, that's about 14 quid, so I've got quite a lot to sell to get into profit on those ones, but I've still got loads left, so not to worry. And the last thing, pretty good markup on this one, brand new item from TK Maxx. This was £16.99, and this is a Kerrang t-shirt. So it has a pocket and it just says Kerrang on there, and it's a collared button shirt, and this was £16.99. I originally was going to keep it for myself, but I decided to pass it on, and that has gone for £35 plus postage. So really happy with the sales in terms of the watch and the shirt. And the straps, good profit. Obviously just the stickers are a bit disappointed, a bit cheap, but otherwise I'm going to quickly get those wrapped. I've got my MOT as well after my networking event, so I'm going to need to pop to the post office, take my car for its MOT, and then walk back to the office. So I just need to get these wrapped as quick as possible, so I will check in tomorrow night when I've hopefully got some more sales. Hey guys, it's now Friday and I've sold 5 more items, so that concludes all of the sales for the week, so I'll go over the results soon, but let's get straight into what sold. So I've got 2 pieces of clothing. There's a really small item which actually has made a really big profit, and a watch and a steelbook. So I'm going to go and look for those now, and we'll go through the prices. So up first we have a Joe Brown's dress. So this came from a clothing bundle which was free from one of my partner's friends last year, and there's a few bits left, but most of it is sold now, and that sold for £8.99. So let's just go and find it. Right then, so this has gone for £8.99, and it is just a black dress with like blue butterflies on it. Really nice pattern, and as I said, that was free. They should be free to sell as well, so there should be no fees on that, because for business sellers there was an offer until the 31st of December that if you sell pre-owned clothing, you get it free. So hopefully no fees. The next item is also another piece of clothing which should be free, and that is a super dry jumper. Now this was one of my own, and I only listed this about a week or two ago actually, so it sold quite quickly. I've just got to find it. So I found the jumper, and I've also picked the remaining items because it's quite cold, so I'm trying to get a bit of a move on. So this is the jumper here. So I think I got this as a gift when I was younger, so that has gone for £10, so it doesn't really owe me anything. So happy to get that gone. As I said, I only listed it the other week. I am trying to list a little bit more of my clothing items because there's free listings or free sales until 31st of December, so I'm just trying to get as much as I can listed before Christmas. I'm not going to get all of my clothing stuff listed, I don't think, but I'm going to try my best to get as much as I can done. So just going to try and do a few items a week, and hopefully some sell by Christmas. Even with the clothing though, I feel like even if they're all listed, they take forever to sell. So eBay's not the best place to sell clothes, at least for me anyway. Obviously certain clothing items sell well, but I should be selling on Depop and Vinted really, which is something I might look at next year. But at the moment I just sell on eBay, and clothing items always seem to linger for me at least. So the next item, it's a modest sale, £13.45 I sold it for. However, the item was probably no more than like 20p, and I got it in a bundle of stuff from the car boot, and that is a Mini Brands tomato ketchup. Now it's a little gold bottle, obviously not real gold, it's just gold plastics. It's obviously like a variant or a harder to find like chase version, and all in that's gone for £15, which seems absolutely ridiculous for something so small. It's just cheap plastic, but because it's golden, it's obviously rarer, so I'm happy to get £15 for it, but it is ridiculous how expensive those little things can be. So I picked up a big bundle of those, and there were 2 gold ones in there. I believe the gold tannin cream or tannin mousse sold for like 5 or 6 quid, and then that one's gone for 15. And then sorry, I thought it was the last thing. There's 2 more things. So second to last thing is this Kaibo watch. Now this came from the watch bundle, owes me a tenner, and I'm happy to see that sold for £35. Now I've got tons of this watch, so this is a really nice watch. We've got loads of different colours, strap colours, dial colours, etc. They're Kaibo Giant 40s, they light up. I don't know if this one's working, the battery might have, no, it does work. So I don't know how well you can see that. Let me turn, there you go, so the watch face lights up. So that's gone for 35. Now I listed these originally for 50, reduced them to 45 and 40, sold a couple at £40, and they just haven't been clearing. So that's gone for 35, so I'm hoping, you know, 35 seems to be a good price. I'm happy with 35. I feel like anything under 30 I'll be a little bit disappointed, because at retail these cost around about £150, or something like €200, so they're not cheap watches. But obviously on the second-hand market, even though they are new old stock on the second-hand market, you don't get a lot of money for watches, and I don't have warranties and stuff with them, so I understand why I'm not going to get anywhere near the £200. But yeah, 35 seems a decent deal, so I'm going to take that. But hopefully I can get about £30 per watch, so I pay the tenner each, so I'm doubling my money and then some. So, and the very last thing is this Lionel Messi FIFA 16 Steelbook. Owes me about 50p or a pound. I think these are 50p in CEX, and I always pick them up. You don't get a lot of money for them, but I love steelbooks, and for 50p I can't resist. So £3.50 plus postage on that one. I've had loads of these. I think this is the last one now, and that's sold through. I probably won't pick them up again, to be honest, because, you know, it's not really worth it. But yeah, I found loads of these at one point, so I always used to pick them up. And that is everything that I sold this week, so I'm going to go and get those wrapped and take them to work on Monday and get them posted. So I'm quite busy Monday. I've got something going on at work, so I'm pretty much like busy all day. So I'm going to try and get organised this weekend and not save it till Monday morning to pick them and wrap them and everything. So I'm doing it now, and hopefully that should be everything. It's Friday night, so there might be some more sales coming in, but I highly doubt it. It's quite late now, so I think that will be the cut-off for the week, so we'll get straight into the results. Last week I bought a lot of stock, so I'm trying not to buy much this week, so I haven't been anywhere. So unfortunately it is just a load of sales. Now we've got 19 sales in total, and the first 4 or 5 were absolutely awful. So I think after about 5 sales I was like 41 pence up, so I had a refund. You would have seen earlier in the video those Marvel figures. Now it's my fault. I did wrap them well, but not well enough. So they've obviously been battered around in the sorting office, and as a result that has meant that they've got damaged, and they must be like porcelain or something. I don't know, I'm not sure what material they are, but they've snapped off, broken, etc. So I wasn't even going to fight the, you know, it's clearly broken, clearly damaged. So I refunded the guy straight away and apologised. So I'm £13.50 down on that sale. So as a result, I was in the minus figures. So really bad. But then we had a couple of watch sales. That Funko pin was quite decent, and the Kerrang shirt was alright. So there's a few decent sales mixed in there. I would like more sales to be like the watches and have like £20-30 profit per time, but that's not always the case. So 19 sales this week in total. So let's just get into the figures. So gross sales was £313.19. So that is everything that came in, including postage and including the sales. Fees for eBay was £57.86. Postage was £45.57. And the cost to buy this week was £78.08. So there's a few watches and that in there, which is like 10 quid. That Kerrang shirt was £16.99. So a few fairly pricey items. And then the total profit overall, after all of those deducted, including the refund as well, of £13.50, equals £131.68. So I'm still over my £100 a week sort of target, which is good, despite the refund. So the watches saved the week, really, otherwise it'd probably been a really poor week. But we sold a decent number of things, 19 items. There's just a few little cheap things thrown in there. So just got to try and clear out as much stock as I can for Christmas. A lot of those items are stuff that I won't probably be buying again. Then they're not making enough profit to justify buying and selling them all the time I see them. Some of them are just impulsive purchases, or they've come in bundles and stuff. So that's that. So that is everything for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to keep it fairly short this week, so I'll see you in next week's episode, and hopefully there'll be a bit more going on. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.